Good evening, and tonight is another episode of Grocery Outlet Roulette. This is episode 5. Both of my usual cameramen are off on a special event right now, and I couldn't get the day off. I asked my employer, can I have the day off? And they're like, yeah, no. So I knew it was going to be a rough day today. It's also my Friday, which is nice. And I like to have a bottle of something interesting waiting for me when I get home. So I always have something to look forward to throughout the day. So tonight's bottle is a sparkling wine. And I looked up the name. It means Lost Beach in Latin. It's a brut. It's North Coast. And one thing I want to bring up is when you're shopping at Grocery Outlet, look at producers. So this is produced by Rack and Riddle. Rack and Riddle is a custom crush facility. They make wine for other wineries, so they do custom labels. So wineries will either send them their own wine for bottling, or they'll select their own cuvee from Rack and Riddle. Rack and Riddle has two different facilities, one in Healdsburg, which is their newest facility, and one in Geyserville. It's really expensive to make sparkling wine. It requires a lot of special equipment, and it's labor intensive, so it's really good to kind of source out the labor. So let's get this open. But when I saw Rack and Riddle, I've had their wines before, and I figured, oh, this has got to be good. And for $6.99, let's give it a try. North Coast. So I suspect this was some custom label, and maybe things didn't work out in the business deal. But it's a brut. Nice nose. A lot of pear. A little bit of toast. Pretty bubbly, but the bubbles are fairly small. It tells me it may have been on its lees for a while. $6.99. Insane. This is a great wine. Rack and Riddle makes fantastic wine, so when I saw this, I wanted to buy a case, but I'm like, let me taste it first. It has a nice, rich flavor to it of just pear, brioche, a little bit of minerality, hint of honey on the back end. And it's on the sort of sweeter side of brut. This is a definite buy. Definite buy. I'm probably going to go buy a few more bottles. So Grocery Outlet's really been winning. So anyway, to you, cheers. And this is another episode of Grocery Outlet Roulette.